back to Game Wolf Plays. Today's project, I'm going to be overlooking a mission pack for Quake. The first official mission pack, Scourge of Armagon. Being that probably means that we're going to be fighting someone named Armagon. And you would be right. Hey, just some guy, you know, it's not even important to the story, but yeah. A former, like an underling of Quake, you know, Shub-Nagudov, but we're just going to refer to it as Quake. And that is the story. There's going to be a lot of different things we're going to have to go over. For now, I'm going to show you where these skill locators are located. And, though I don't do nightmare modes, I will show you where that is too. Since I like how that's something you can do in the hub, is try to find the nightmare skills, so that's just going to be a tradition for any Quake mission pack, if there's one hidden somewhere. Unless it's very straightforward, but no, not in the Quake worlds. I'm glad they stopped doing that in games, because, I mean, as cool as it is to walk through a level in order to select your options, that it is impractical most of the time. So there'll be new levels, new enemies, new power-ups, and also some new environmental hazard things, like in the level design, which is interesting, actually. Very interesting. I do wonder how some of this stuff was coded, actually. Since that's nothing you could do the level editors to do is some of these things, so yeah. And this is made by Hypnotic, which I believe is some crossover with people from other companies like Sunstorm, so I know that because I looked up, well, one of the level editors, who calls himself Level Lord, does show up in the text messages to be funny sometimes. Particularly if you're going out of bounds, or doing something you wouldn't expect, like if you rocket launch to a weird place or something like that. Going through hard mode is, we got a little piece of Vertigo Ziggurat right here. Sorry I've been out for a while. There's been elements of life that have been just coinciding. They're not exactly within my control. And also kind of a crisis of faith. I like this music, so I'm just going to wait for it to start before I actually shoot anybody. Favorite track. I don't recall the name of who made this, but it's a good track. Start with these two guys. So there's 3 episodes to this, and they all kind of string together. But the first episode is basically a military installation, which means you're going to get, if you know all those intro levels to the Quake episodes, it's going to be a whole episode of just that. But to make sure it's not too easy, there's some other stuff that'll make it a little harder, like this one new enemy, which will actually even the stakes for you. If I shoot behind him, you know how it's easy to tell when you've hit something that's secret? When it looks like the wall is bleeding. It's a good indicator, actually. Otherwise, you'd be shooting blindly for ages. I did look up these secrets, by the way, because some of the stuff I would not have guessed. At least a few things. Like, I definitely remember how to get to secret levels. That much is that's more straightforward than I would have thought. Oh no, the Rottweilers, I have to shoot them in the face. Hey look, there's a target on the ceiling. Sorry, there's just like lots of, I guess this episode can be a problem with the hit scanning. Although at some point, all the enemies are going to kind of merge together where it wouldn't make sense to, but that's what makes it fun. Okay, Quake is always a mishmash of settings, because it is a chaos realm of sorts. Alright, don't know if I told you this, but I call this the Mega Health. Even though it doesn't say that, that's for my, I wouldn't say that's my term, but that's how I call it. So, Mega Health. I wonder if that I might have carried over that name from when I was playing Unreal Tournament, and it like, except they call that the Big Bucket of Health. That's right. This is the Centroid. It shoots you back with nails, and it like ducks from side to side. So if you're using a source port for this game, the interpolation of the Scorpion is going to look kind of wrong. I'm not sure if I knew how to fix that, so that's why I didn't do that. We have a laser cannon now. It's basically what those Tier 2 soldiers have been using. Now you get to use it. So we'll have an early use for ourselves. It's a pretty good weapon. Definitely for taking out Centroids and most other things, but I only use it when I know I'm going to hit something, otherwise it's going to bounce off the walls and do ricochet damage back to me, which is not cool. Alright, that guy saw me, but this guy didn't. interesting. I am just eyeballs floating in the wind. You'll never know I was here. Ha ha. Oh, I don't know if his face changed with the other power-ups, by the way. The ones that were added to this game. Yeah, see? Nails or that is the best. I could try exploding him, but he's likely to dodge it and waste my rocket ammo. So if I unless I have a ton of them, in which case, okay. Here's another new weapon. It is the proximity gun. It shoots proximity mines. It's an alternate grenade launcher. So that reminds me, the laser cannon is 9. Okay, so we're going beyond 8 now. And the fucking the grenade launcher's the grenade launcher 6, but so too is the proximity launcher. So you just press 6 a couple times to get the gun you want. I thought it meant like you press the Alt key at first, but no, it's just short for alternate. But I guess maybe if you want to jump directly to the Alt 6, I don't know. I didn't felt it necessary to try since I'm using my 3-button mouse to go forward and back between weapons. So the left mouse is shooting. But yeah, the left button shooting, and the middle and right buttons are controlling previous and next weapons, so I don't have to think about the numbers too much. It's only an issue here because this is a first-person shooter that will just say, no, you don't have that gun when you're selecting it, as opposed to Doom, which will just not switch the gun. So, slightly necessitated, but not by much. I did wonder why the mouse wheel didn't work that way, but I suppose if I played the OpenGL version, it would, which was its original Windows port. I gotta say, it is strange how I find the DOS stuff to run better than the Windows port, but emulating this stuff is kinda hard because of the fact that we're using, like, decimal variables. And I noticed that DOSBox likes to mess more with singular integers and stuff, but hey, whatever. That's water under the bridge. We got the processing power. We can do this. Accessing. I go shoot into the hole, and it destroys the pump. Amazing technology for 97. Oh boy. These 2 mission packs. Well, I'm playing one. I'll do the other one soon. These 2 mission packs are kind of rushed out the door because the reason why there's not that many Quake mission packs is Quake 2 was made not too long afterwards. And so that became the basis for most of the games. That's why there's not that many Quake 1 mods as I thought. There's way more Quake 2 mods. See Half-Life. You can just understand why we just skipped Quake 1 entirely. Although, I guess, yeah, you kind of need that. I need the cells. Please. I hear it. I hear a slipgate. I didn't see it for whatever reason. I do know if you do this level multiplayer, another slipgate will show up where you wouldn't expect it either, so it is fun to see the different aspects of a level in multiplayer, particularly where they put the other guns that you shouldn't be able to get normally. Is that so? Yep. So yeah, I've been hearing you all out. You guys miss me. You know what? I miss me too. But, you know, it was, like I said, there was a crisis of faith, I guess you'd call it. It's not religious. It's more like, should I keep doing this? Because, well, I've already answered that question myself, but it was a process because, you know, you're doing all this stuff, it becomes all existential and crap, and no, I've gotten some encouragement from other viewers, and that's pretty much what I need. I'm not in it for the popularity. I mean, yeah, sure, maybe for the money, but I think I can get money. And, you know, I have to go through the popular stuff first, so once I get to the less well-known stuff, I assume Scourge of Armagon or the Quake mission packs are not played as much as actual Quake, actually. Although with the Quake re-release on Steam, that may have been fixed. Don't know. I would recommend doing that if you've never played Quake before. Just go get the release on Steam. You'll be fine. But then just, you want to mess with, like, what website? I think Quadicted has some of the mods you might be looking for. I personally, if I was going to stick with a source port to use some of those mods, it'd probably be like Quake Spasm or whatever that other one is. Dark Places. I think that one might be better, but something like that. Something to get your jimmies rustling.
Luckily, the levels are still as short
as ever, and in fact, I think some of them feel shorter. It's not like how with Episode 4 was in the original, where those levels can be a bit windy. But that's what I liked about it. This is going to be a more straightforward experience, and that's okay.